by the munitions depot. And without further ado, we have everybody loaded inside the game. For you all, it's actually going to be Unjustified starting off on the P2 spawn, so it's mostly going to come down to Project Neo. Try to break on forward to try to respond to them, but we're about to have a nice 50-50 split right over top of the center here.
Yes, indeed. That is a good start, I would have to say, for Unjustified. Oog, drawn first blood up in here. I mean, not first blood, obviously, but like first that we can see. He's going to be finally taken down here as, here we go, Project Neo starting to get the spawns up and away from him. We do have a little bit of a player in the backfield there that they're still trying to find. That is going to be preventing the total... he is trying to get the spawns back as soon as the Project Neo guys do decide to move out of there. And something that I want to bring up that we were talking about in the pre-show is look at what gun he's using. He is using that MP7.
Stockless MP7 is definitely something that a lot of different individuals, pro, collegiate, AM, doesn't really necessarily matter. A lot of players are finding a lot of fun in using this weapon. Could potentially be, as we've been living in the MP5 meta since his entire game has started, a very impactful weapon for these sub players to start having a little bit more fun with, perhaps. But I'd say even a little bit more fun is that with Project Neo, although giving up 39 seconds for the first hardpoint, they were able to solidify their spawns back on P2. So Unjustified got to be very careful with how they play this out. They're going to have to go for this pinch hit soon to follow, and it's going to be a nice little hit coming into the front door, immediately snuffed out here. And Justified Gaming trying to get the break. They get kills going in their favor. And as well as with players hanging up on the scaffolding, it's not going to necessarily matter. Project Neo are fending themselves off. They're able to flood in via the spawns over by the train cars. Unjustified are in control of the hardpoint right now. And Project Neo, they're going to continue to send multiple members over into the hardpoint, trying to get a little bit of more scrap time coming through. But it's actually Oog that keeps themselves alive on the hardpoint. Going to leave that scrap time over to Yami. So that way Project Neo will be met here as soon as we rotate over to P3.
Yes, indeed. Project Neo doing an incredible job of getting the rotation going on here. They do still need to get a little bit of work on solidifying their spawn position. And as you can see, Unjustified, number 3, that Yadabar, did just win an enormous gunfight down at the bottom of the map there, only to go down a few seconds later. So Unjustified is going to end up being the team with those good spawns. Project Neo is definitely going to have their work cut out for them on this hill. As Yadabar still frying people, hitting him underneath the cart, but not enough damage done. Got one behind him. Oh, can't hang there. And they are going to be getting control over the point now for a little bit. Unjustified just managing to dogpile on the point, just throwing themselves at the point. Looking really solid so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is all off of with Sainless actually spawning in back of the warehouse. Was able to come in through the staircase. I don't think Project Neo were more or less expecting for that to happen. Started to make Project Neo to start turning around. However, Project Neo, to no avail, have been trying to find this initial time and trying to keep themselves on the hard point. Unjustified have broken them cleanly every single time thus far. Project Neo taking the rotation over here to P4 inside the cargo containers. Will be taking themselves in the backside of Shower. It's going to come down to player number 1 and 3, Yadabar, on board now, trying to find a multitude of kills. Will be end up gunned down. So now it's going to have to wait for a little more time. Unjustified have to wait for their spawns to come on through. But as far as the slaying factor is concerned, it's very interesting how we are almost even across some different members. But with Shoxy at 13 and 10, and same with Sainless, Yadabar at 10 and 9 as well. You almost expect for Project Neo to find a little bit more amongst the map for kills, and as far as rotations are concerned. Once you start finding these kills for Patty Ice, you got to start turning that into map pressure for your favor as well.
So yeah, another thing that I want to bring up is that I saw these guys play yesterday, and while they were not getting the most kills in the world, you can see now that they're pretty even in terms of gunfighting ability, but one thing that they really shine at is getting these rotations and these kills that matter. Not necessarily kills that just, you know, just killing for killing's sake, but they get kills that matter. All the right moves, all the right places. They're always in the right spots at the right time, and that is showing in the scoreline right now. These
Unjustified actually turned their scrap time into initial, and that's what's even more terrifying. They're 120 plus here, Kyle, and what's even more terrifying is that Project Neo, this is going to be the first time through a series of hard points within the first rotation that they won't be able to find the rotation. That's where their time has only come from. Trying to go in through the backside was Turbo, immediately gunned down. Shoxy is existing on this hard point ever so wonderfully, 20 and 13 that they are. And while Unjustified, you can almost assume at this point with Project Neo recognizing the time just down to scrap, they're going to try to rotate back over towards center map, try to influence spawns back over to P2, which they started off this entire map on. But as soon as we're over with this first rotation of hardpoints, Kyle, Unjustified are up by a solid 150 plus.
That's truly impressive from Unjustified. I gotta say, it's something that I was expecting this to be a lot closer. But I mean, Unjustified, they are just making, like I said, they're just making all the right moves. They are in all the right spots at exactly the right time. And I just want to get a little bit of a look at what Shoxy is actually doing to do all these kills. Can we get a little bit of Shoxy action up in here real quick? Number 5 is Shoxy. Yes, indeed. He's going to be coming on up here looking to get some more kills. Not that time, unfortunately, for him. And now the Project Neo guys are starting to do a little bit of damage. They are kind of... Yeah, they're starting to do a little bit of damage up in here, especially Patty Ice. He's coming around the flank. Does take down 2. Oh, so nice. Going for a 3rd. Nice from Patty Ice. Going for a 4th. Oh, yes, indeed. Patty Ice does finally bite the dust. But that was a nice bit of a run from Patty Ice. A diamond in the rough, I would have to say, as Unjustified looks to put a swift end to this first round. And Sinless riddling his body with extra bullets. Just rubbing that one in a little bit. They definitely have a right to brag, I would have to say. But, I mean, gonna be a little bit... Definitely gotta keep their cool under this pressure is Project Neo. It's definitely something you gotta take into account, is the psychological warfare that he's playing with that.
Oog was able to find their way in through the front side, though, by way of showers, found themselves existing onto the hard point. Project Neo now responding all the way out. A gunfight happened inside the hard point as well, which Patty Ice was able to come up on top of it. But now you have no choice but to flood. Project Unjustified are just looking to end right here. They're 4 seconds away from winning this game, Kyle. Project Neo are just above 50 points, still being contested. This can still end here. 4 seconds are all that's needed for Unjustified. Gunfight still happening onto the hard point. It's Saintless and Yadabar that come on top. Project Neo can't even touch in time, and Unjustified will take the first map by 200 seconds. A 200-point club. Normally you call it by 100 seconds, but, you know, not this time around. It's actually Unjustified that sets the pace for 200 seconds plus. That is terrifying to see, especially for the maps soon to follow. Yeah. 50 to 50 against Project Neo. Project Neo looking to answer on back here in the search. It's actually going to be Unjustified on offense first. Going to be Oog that carries the bomb, and, well, Kyle, like you said, it could end up being this A hit that comes on through, or the B hit, excuse me, as they just try to rush on through towards Grandma's house. Got an MP5 in hand, just going to go ahead and barrel on through the door. Do you check your corner properly? No, you do not. First blooded. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that really stinks, dude. And as you can see, they did not manage to get any trades on the Project Neo guys, so that is really good for... Like I was saying, they really need to slow these guys down, and they do catch out their sniper as well. So, Project Neo, I think they might have had a little bit of an inkling that this was going to be happening. So, yeah, they're really just absolutely taking these guys down, just anticipating this move from Unjustified into Yami. Also sniping, a double sniper strat from Unjustified. Interesting, interesting. So, yeah, he's got a little bit of an MP5 up in here, trying to go the other way around. He does have bomb down, though, so he does have to think about that. I really don't know how he's going to do this. He does get a little bit of a hit off with that sniper, that AX-50. Really, really solid hits coming in from Yami. Trying to get a little bit aggressive up in here. He's looking for this guy in the trench. Yeah, I think he's just playing for kills at this point to try and just boost his streaks up in here. You know, the perk streaks, but yeah, unable to get more than just one, as Project Neo does take a little bit of a lead, against what I was thinking was going to happen, but a pleasant surprise nonetheless, in all honesty.
I mean, this is just typically what happens if you just end up running at them. Project Neo go for a pretty standard setup, putting the player on the opposite side of Grandma's house in that front door, just kind of barrel on through in a full sprint. Not gonna be able to get your gun up on time, and there's a player in the stairs. Player was hidden right behind the door. Justified might have to reassess their situation here. Only finding 1 kill in the opening round. Project Neo looking to keep this momentum in their favor. I say that. 2 kills already come on through. Unjustified have a 2-player advantage. Bomb is still being carried here for Project Neo as they're still trying to commit towards this trench side push, but you don't want to hesitate here, Project Neo. The more hesitation that you get allows for Unjustified to try to find a little bit more value to be pushing on forward, and they're able to find just that. It's just Zesty that is left alive, and that is all that is said and done for round number 2. Justified even things up.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Sinless. The dude is just so incredibly good with that. Pretty much any gun. He's pretty much one of their flex players. He can run that MP5 or that M4. The dude just absolutely slaps at medium to close range. You do not want to be on the wrong end of his rifle. Let's just say that. Alright, so we're going to be seeing Project Neo on the defensive this time. And Unjustified, it appears that they're going with a little bit of a same strat. They're going to be going for a B hit once again, and prepared for this is Project Neo. Gonna be chilling in the middle is Yikeson, but already up inside is Yammy and Shoxy. Shoxy, oh, he does go down. Maddie taken down too. Zesty, oh my god, this is truly the mother of all botched assaults from Unjustified Gaming. Yadabar, the only one left up inside of Grandma's house, and he is trying his hardest to get some picks off, but Project Neo, they're just gonna end up finishing it up. Another perfect round for Project Neo on the defensive. Oh, what a hit from a distance from Patty Ice. This guy has been looking so good for Project Neo this game so far. Whether it be in Hardpoint or Search and Destroy, this guy is looking like their star player, I have to say.
Gotta respect the moxie coming out from Unjustified. Well, maybe they won't expect it a second time. Well, they set up for it even heavier the second time around on offense. Going back and forth for defensive round victories. Because Project Neo started off on defense, if we go the distance towards round 11, they'll end up winning out the entirety of this. So, Justified, looking at Stainless to be able to find a little bit more value, perhaps, but you have Oog and Shoxy still have yet to find a single kill. I like this defensive setup that's coming through for Unjustified thus far. They are able to find first blood there. That's onto Yizkin. The commitment for Project Neo is still over top of the trenches. They only have one player due Unjustified looking over top of Grandma's house. So the fight's going on over by the trench side. And along the way, there was a flank that ended up pushing into the big blue house. Shoxy is able to piece together multiple, comes out to the backside, and I believe that was their 4th kill in that round.
Yeah, honestly...
Oh, it was Sandless that found it, okay.
Yeah, Sinless was coming around the back of Grandma's house, anticipating the positioning, and just... Yeah, I think this guy is definitely bragging on it a little bit. A couple of body shots coming in from him. Definitely going to be rattling the cages. Definitely going to be getting into the minds of Project Neo. Trying to break them a little bit, you know, mentally. Just trying to get them to be a little bit more aggro towards them. But Project Neo, they just got to keep their cool as comes with experience. I know that these guys, like you were saying in the pre-round, they do have a lot of experience, so hopefully they do not get too aggro on these guys right now.
Again, just barreling into Grandma's house. Shoxy goes on down. Sinless does have the bomb, though. Maddie's able to find first blood. They're at 5 and 2 because, well, Unjustified just continuously run into that bomb site. Bomb has made their way in here, though. It's Sinless, just waiting for any sort of information to come on through. They're pretty aware that there's a player in there, especially with that lethal coming on forward. Zesty backing themselves up ever so slightly. Min-map here is Oog. Gonna go ahead and put themselves in a little bit of a different position, perhaps be looking out back, but the rotation's already coming through from Project Neo. Even 4v4 across the board. Approaching on forward here is Yadabar. Gotta be careful, though. Player on the other side. So waiting for this peek to come on through, or any sort of information. Bomb has yet to be planted as well. Sinless
so
getting that kill there on the Zesty means that the bomb will be able to get planted. Project Neo gonna have to slow things up ever so slightly. I say that, but a kill also came through, so it's an even 3v3. Trying to go through the top side of the window was Yiskin, gunned down by Oog, who has that very good position. The Deagle in hand here for Patty Ice, as well as the AX-50, potentially looking for another weapon. Gotta be careful when you're crossing over this mid-map, as it is currently being held by Oog. Now the lone player here in Turbo, gonna be looking for a clutch 1v2 with the bomb down. It is 18 seconds left before it explodes.
Really running out of time. Not really much he could do there. He was running low on time and running out of options, so the end pretty pretty much decided already for him, as Oog was across the street waiting for him ever so patiently. Yami would have been inside and ready for him, would have had to take a gunfight, and then would have most likely gotten traded out, even if he had made it a little bit further than that. Just a losing battle for him, as Unjustified do take a little bit of a lead in this game. Let's see now how Unjustified do on the defensive. They have been doing a little bit better on the defensive, I would have to say, but the last round that they did win was on the offense. So, ooh, coming in here is Sinless, up in the middle of the map, does jump a little bit on Maddie, taking him down, but they've got two guys going graveyard side. They've got a really big contingency going graveyard side. Project Neo trying to slow this down a little bit, as, ooh, in the backfield, Yami does take down Yizkin, sorry, as Turbo is going to be trading him on back out. Still barreling down this top area, as, oh, they're really singling out Patty Ice. Patty needs some help. He is going to get none of it, as Turbo, the only one left, does take down Shoxy, and now they're going to all know where he's at, and they're going to just deathball on him. Just all barreling up towards him. Turbo takes down another. Can he get the ace here? That'll be truly impressive from Turbo. Takes down Sinless, but still looking for Oog and Yadabar. The bomb is all the way back there, and all they have to do is hold this bomb. He's pretty much got to go for the kills here, Turbo. Can he get them in 10 seconds? No. Unfortunately for him, he cannot. The scenes would have been absolutely impressive if he had gotten that. But Oog saying, no way, Jose. Going to be putting an end to that right then and there.
This round was 100% one I would definitely give a lot of weight over to Yadbar. Popped their Dead Silence with their MP7. And ended up just pushing in towards the spawn over by the hay bales. Found a multitude of players of Project Neo, caught with the pants down, as they were all ADSing towards the center of the map. Sinless as well, able to find that first blood, only made things easier for Yadbar to be able to do that, is at 10-4, by the way. Project Neo have definitely slowed up the pace here. I think that Patty Ice has been put on ice so far. Going to be a commitment of a push here. Unjustified are actually committing themselves over top of the trench. Two players here for Project Neo, so the information is about to be found. The rotation's got to be able to come on through. We're on board with Yizkin, who needs to be pushing through that mid-map, but I say that as all the Dead Silence is being popped through the roof, and that's good information. It's going to slow things up ever so slightly, but without hesitation, Unjustified are just forcing their way forward.
Yes, indeed. Let's get a little bit of zesty action. He's in a little bit of a good spot for his team. His friend is going to be getting vaporized by Yadabar with that MP7. Zesty, they really need him to come off for their team now. He's all by himself once again, trying to hit Yadabar up that truck head glitch, and he's got another one coming up for him. Can't hang, as Unjustified put this on the cusp of a victory for them. Looking for that swift 3-0. Unjustified looking ever so potent in this Champions League matchup.
Yeah, just like I said, I mean, I'm going to be starting off the rounds just completely running at them. And then they start just playing their game once they understand where Project Neo are going to be setting up. You could even throw in the mental conditioning to come on forward. They thought there was going to be another B commitment from Unjustified. They put only 2 players for Project Neo over towards this A bomb site. They get absolutely bamboozled with the hard commitment across the trenches for Unjustified. Back on the offense now, Project Neo, Patty Ice with the bomb. The 3-6 now. 5-5, both for Yuzkin and Maddie. Smokes across the board just means that this defensive player is going to be able to push on through. Sinless going to be able to find first blood onto Maddie yet again. That smoke only helping out the defense thus far. The information coming on through. Stuck mid-map. Project Neo are a little bit hesitant as far as where they want to try to commit this bomb towards.
They're
Shots coming through mid-map. Sinless is able to find more value, and here comes exactly what I talked about in the previous round. Yadbar in the back line is able to find Patty Ice. That's the bomb dropped. Yizkin is going to be the lone survivor here. He's over top of Grandma's house, and it doesn't even matter. Project Neo, they'll take the 6-2 here on Search. Arcloth Peak, they'll go up in the series 2-0. In Unjustified's favor, Arcloth Peak, Search and Destroy went 6-2 in also in Unjustified's favor. So now we see if Project Neo are able to answer on back against Unjustified Gaming here on the domination for St. Petrograd. Unlucky for them, though, Project Neo started on the unfavored side. Lucky enough for them that they were able to find not only first blood and some more. This is going to be a lot of good min-map pressure that they're going to be able to find just pushing on forward. This is what I was talking about before hopping over to the break. Find these kills, but you got to be able to push on forward. That's both by the water side and to be able to help out Maddie commit to this flag. They are already sitting there capturing it. It's an AB hold thus far. Pretty early on, might I add, for Project Neo.
Yeah, you don't normally see people getting actual control of the B flag until at least a minute or two into the game, in all honesty. The ability of Project Neo to get it early on is really, really solid. They are losing control over A in the meantime, so that's going to be a little bit disconcerting. And as you can see, they're now starting to spawn in those apartment spawns. So I think that Unjustified might actually be going for that full cap I was talking about in the beginning. Yeah, you see they're all starting to collapse in on B now. Just really trying to solidify this, but Project Neo, they are pouring out. They know exactly what is going on here, and they do not want it. They do not want to get full capped up in here. We're trying to get up on, oh no, trying to get up on A, but not really working out too well for them as the objective is going to fall neutral. Nobody's there to get it. And yeah, they're still trying to come up for C here. Let's see what, oh no, actually, Yami going to be taking them down. The only ones still alive up in here are Patty Ice, trying to just ice these players real quick. Going to be getting taken down as Unjustified starting to get some serious frags going their way. And now we have it, the full cap up in here for Unjustified. Exactly what I was afraid of. But they are, Project Neo, starting to break out these A-side spawns. Basically, that is the one way out of the full cap, is to get those A spawns, and they are going to be getting out of it rather quickly, the full cap. But, however, look at how much damage those few seconds of having that full cap did to them. They are now just 14 points behind. That is quite something for only having the full cap for about, like, maybe 10 to 15 seconds. That's truly just devastating.
Yeah, the point margin really doesn't seem like it's that impactful, but especially for us already entering into the second quarter, if you will, the 2 minutes and 19 seconds left within this first half. Unjustified have done a great job at controlling the mid-map, turning spawns in their favor, and basically eating up on all the mistakes that Project Neo are able to showcase. They were trying to cut mid-map, and then spawns got a little bit awry. The second that we started flipping out the spawns as well, they Unjustified just take their spawns. They're able to find isolated 1v1s across a multitude of flags, neutralize the A flag, and full cap it like Kyle was talking about. Project Neo, however, off spawn are trying to get back over towards B. Unjustified will allow them to take that min-map away from them just for the time being, and just so that way they can continuously isolate multiple players there of Project Neo. You got Unjustified not exactly outslaying as far as comparatively to Turbo is concerned, who's at 11 and 9. But as far as controlling the entirety of the map, putting themselves in very powerful positions, this is exactly what we have to be afraid of, especially for Yami. MP7, top of the restaurant side, gave up their went ahead and showcased themselves on the map to where they're located at, where you have Sinless being that pest over by the A flag, is actually able to find the neutralization, damn near, if that. But now they're just going to continuously commit one member at a time. Unjustified do, going over to the A flag, getting the neutralization, half-capping it, and then trying to find their way out, and then just basically making Project Neo turn back around to commit themselves to at least keeping themselves on a home flag. But all of this time gone completely in Unjustified's favor has now grown their lead to 36 points. Project Neo are unable to at least get past the restaurant side. You have Yami that's still trying to force their way in there, is still existing. Shoxy's at 12 and 9 as well, controlling this min-map area. And, well, now Project Neo are looking to at least try to find these kills and turn it back into mid-map pressure. Yami pushing their way back in towards the restaurant side. It's going to see that there's a Project Neo member trying to cap the B flag. He's going to have to play their life ever so slightly. He's actually going to get gunned down from the behind by Zesty.
Honestly, now is the time that Project Neo really can go for pretty much anything they want. They can just go absolutely balls to the wall here if they do want to try something new, which is now is the best time to do it, because the amount of time that Unjustified can have to counter that is basically next to none. So yeah, Project Neo, they did try and just make a regular, oh god, Zesty just absolutely vaporizing that guy, snapping right on him at the last minute. But as I was saying, trying to push out the average way, the normal way, did not really go too well for them, as they were just waiting in the building with the MP7s to just absolutely just take them apart in that close range engagement.
Sure. Well, now Project Neo are going to go ahead and start off on the favorite side of the map on the C side. So what I'm mostly looking forward to, Unjustified are as strong as a roster as they claim to be, as they're able to showcase across a few different maps at this point as well. Heading into this half, they are leading damn near by 50 points at that. 49 if, or 46, excuse me, if you're a numbers kind of person. Well, Oog, that's not exactly the syntax you were looking for. Definitely want to open up that door firsthand. First blood there for the round is found by Sinless. Oog is going to be able to ADS in time. Sinless for 2, and while all of these kills included means that Yami can go ahead and just go prone on the B flag for the time being. Unjustified have incredible map control. All Project Neo is still spawning in the backside of C, so they're going to cap this B, AB hold for now. And now this really comes down to just pushing all of the members that Unjustified have in their favor towards this tunnel side, outside over by the waterway. I say that, but Maddie is able to find at least 1 before ending up getting gunned down, but that's Shoxy, before trading their life, is able to find 2, if not 3, before getting gunned down. So the push towards C, a little bit halted, but Unjustified are okay with capping the AB for now. Sinless gonna get gunned down as they're putting the rest of their clip into a dead body. But again, they're completely okay with an AB hold. I say that, but there is actually a player that spawned over by the kitchen side. That's actually going to be Zesty. Playing that pest role is actually going to make a few members turn back around and try to commit. But that's the one scary part about domination. Once you start committing yourself towards the A flag, you're actually going to find yourself a little bit unaware about where the spawns are going to be located at. Sinless trying to play their life. Maddie combines for 3. And that means that, well, Unjustified are not going to be able to find that C push that they were looking for. B flag is also being neutralized by Project Neo. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. We're going to have to see a triple cap, if not a double flag hold, and continuous neutralizations onto the A flag if Project Neo even have a simple hope of coming back in this domination.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to just swap over the Project Neo comms real quick just to see how they are communicating with each other real quick. Always something that I've wanted to see. Let's do that now. Okay. Can't get access to the comms. Okay, that's totally fine. We've got, so, never mind on that. Patty Ice still taking people apart with that MP7. Not as much so as he was doing in the previous rounds, but still doing a good job for his team nonetheless. Is going to be getting a little bit drained there by Sinless, but teeing up Turbo for a nice, easy one-shot kill. Turbo trying to go on up for C in the meantime, just trying to find somebody, but the time is really running out for Project Neo. In fact, I honestly don't know if they can mathematically do this.
No, the time of death is certainly coming upon us. If not, it happened about a good, 10, 15 seconds ago at this point. Unjustified now with an AC hold. They're putting themselves on B flag as well. There's the neutralization. There is a player back here. It's Maddie. Going to be able to find the anchor. That was Yadbar playing on the top side of Flowers. So putting themselves onto the C flag is also joined by Zesty here. So 2 players versus the 1. Oog is actually going to come out on top of that. It's going to empty the last 3 bullets within their clip. Going to be able to commit themselves towards the C flag. AB is currently being held by Unjustified. Spawns a little bit all over the place. Project Neo trying to figure out where they want to commit their numbers to. And it was for a simple time. The domination is there for Unjustified. And that is going to go ahead and be the final nail in the coffin. Project Neo are unable to really come back from this one. And I'm not going to lie, if they were unable to do it at the beginning of the second half, it was even scarier for how good this Unjustified roster looks against this team of Project Neo.
Yes, I would love to hear, more than anything, what Unjustified has to say after this performance. I know that they're going to be on cloud 9 after this one. They are going to be definitely feeling themselves, definitely feeling a little bit unstoppable after this one, because, I mean, they look unstoppable based on their performance up against Project Neo, and I would, honest to God, love to hear what they have to say in an interview after this match.
For sure. I mean, definitely a lot of players. They're able to find a lot of impact here. I'm more or less looking at Oog coming all the way off that hard point. Was able to find a lot of good entry frags, was then able to find themselves a lot of turn for life kills, able to trade their life for at least 5 at a time, you may assume, 1 to 5 as it may be, and now in this domination is able to be that pest that you were looking for. Was also doing a great job of breaking players of Project Neo off of their home flag as well. At this point now, we were just 100% buffing stats. We've been there for quite some time. The 100-point club there on the scoreboard for Unjustified. Like I said, the time of death was quite some time ago. Unjustified will be able to take the series 3-0.
Man, like I said, that was just... I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be a tough one for Project Neo based on my knowledge of the Unjustified guys. They are definitely not a team to be taken lightly. A team that is just absolutely